Hello, my dear student. Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are quite okay and fine. Welcome you all to my today online class. Before going to start my today's lecture, first of all, I would like to introduce myself to all of you. I am Muhammad Ghulam Morshed, lecturer of biology, Milestone College, Uttara Dhaka. Hello, my dear student. Let's start our today's lecture. Okay, the learning output. After completing this lesson, students should be able to, you can answer 3 important creative questions properly from Grasshopper, which is under chapter 2, Introduction to Animal. Basically, today 3 important creative questions will be discussed here one by one. I try to give you some idea how to write or how to answer creative questions accurately. This is the main objectives of our today's lecture. You are requested to watch my video lecture very attentively so that you can understand clearly how to answer the creative questions very accurately and appropriately. Okay. First, I would like to discuss about the first creative question, that is the creative question number 1, the stem. The teacher said in the class that what special kind of insect reside in crops field or vegetable garden. Some other similar species of this insect destroy crops within very short period of time. In your biology book, a model organism like such is actually included for your better understanding. Number A, this is the knowledge based question. What is excretion? Number B, what do you understand by hemosyl? This is the comprehensive based question. C, this is the application based. Describe the blood circulatory system of the insect. And D, analyze the role of hormones in complete transformation of the insect. Okay. To answer a creative questions properly, first of all, you have to read the stem very attentively. Then you can easily find out the answer of this creative question. Okay. Remember that the A and B question, that is the knowledge base and the comprehensive base, are actually not related to the stem. Okay. Now let's discuss about the what will be the answer of creative question number 1. Now let's discuss about one by one. Okay. Number 1, A. What is excretion? Okay. This is the knowledge based question. You just write down this answer by in one sentence. Okay. Excretion is a process by which metabolic waste is eliminated from an organism. This is the very simple definition of the excretion. You just write down the definition of this excretion here. Okay. Number B, this is the comprehensive based question. What do you understand by hemosyl? Answer will be the hemosyl is a body cavity, as in arthropods or some mollusks, that contains blood or hemolymph and function as a part of circulatory system. Okay. In many invertebrates, oxygen is directly supplied to the organ. That is, the hemolymph circulate through the hemosyl and both the organ directly supply them with oxygen. Now let's discuss about the C, that is the application based question. To describe the blood circulatory system of the insect. The answer will be the mentioned insect in the stem is grasshopper. The circulatory system of it is given below. The circulatory system of grasshopper differ from that of the vertebrates and many other invertebrates is being open. In grasshopper, blood is confined to vessel during only a portion of its circuit through the body. A remainder of its journey takes place within the body cavity called hemocoel. For this reason, grasshopper blood is called hemolymph. The volume of the hemolymph needed for such a system is kept to a minimum by a reduction in the size of the body cavity. The hemocoel is divided into chambers called sinuses. In the grasshopper, the closed portion of the system consists of tubular heart and an aorta running along the dorsal side of the insect. Heart pumps hemolymph into the sinus of the hemocoels, where exchange of the materials take place. Coordinated movements of the body muscle gradually bring the hemocoels back to pericardial sinus surrounding the heart. Between contraction, tiny valves in the wall of the heart open and allow hemolymphs to enter. Now, you must write down this circulation process or flow chart of this blood circulation of grasshopper. Now, D. Analyze the role of hormone in complete transformation of the insect. Answer will be the animal mentioned in the stem is grasshopper. Hormones play an important role in its life cycle. There are 4 types of hormones found in the grasshopper body. These are intercerebral gland cell, prothoracic gland, corpora elata, corpora cardiaca. Among them, first 3 have a major role in grasshopper transformation. In the start of the transformation, intercerebral gland cell secretes prothoracicotropic hormone, which stimulates the prothoracic glands to produce ecdysone hormone. Molting in grasshopper starts after secretion of the ecdysone hormone. These hormones stimulate tissues and cells of the body to increase in size and number. In this time, juvenile hormone is secreted from corpora elata to stop the abnormal growth of the body during molting. Nymph phase in grasshopper stay longer for juvenile hormone secretion. Once a moment the secretion of the corpora elata stopped by the actions of the ecdysone hormone, molting of the grasshopper happens quickly and they become mature. Now let's discuss about our second creative question, that is now let's see the stem first of all. Agriculturist Mr. Sahad showing a light sensitive organs of an insect which is harmful for the harvest, said it consists of a number of vision unit which produce image in bright and dim light. A. This is the knowledge based question. What is hypognathous head? B. This is the comprehensive based question. What do you mean by ommatidium? C. This is the application based question. Draw a label diagram of the longitudinal section of the sensitive organ as stated in the stem. And finally the D. This is the high skill based question. Differences of formation of the stated image depends on abundance of light. Analyze it. Now let's discuss about our first question A, that is the knowledge based question. What is hypognathous head? Answer will be the hypognathous head. The long axis of the head is vertical and mouth parts are ventral. Just write down the definition of the hypognathous head. Okay. B. This is the comprehensive based question. What do you mean by ommatidium? The answer will be the structural and functional unit of the compound eye in grasshopper is called the ommatidium. Each ommatidium is consisting of a outer cuticle covering cornea, cornea gem cell, crystalline cone cell, iris sheath, reticular cell, and rhabdomes, etc. Now the question C. This is the application based question. Draw a label diagram of the longitudinal section of the sensitive organ as stated in the stem. The answer will be the organ is stated in the stem in the compound eyes and ommatidium of the grasshopper. This is the figure of the compound eye of grasshopper. You just write down this figure, okay, and label all the parts of the compound eye here. And this is the structural functional unit of the compound of the eye, that is the ommatidium. You just draw this diagram very clearly, and label also, and label all the parts of the ommatidium very clearly. Okay. Now answer to the question number D. Number one, the apposition image. Actually, two types of image actually form in the grasshopper ommatidium, depending on the abundance of the light intensity. Number one, apposition image formed in the bright light or intense clear light is called the mosaic or apposition image. Usually this occurs during daytimes. At first, the primary pigmented membranes or iris membrane and reticular pigmented membranes are actually extended. Usually two longitudinal black curtains are produced around an ommatidium for this extension. So light ray from the objects can directly enter the rhabdom from the crystalline cone. After the light ray enters through the cornea, and an image is developed in the rhabdom. During this process, even if a slanted light may enter the cornea, it is absorbed by the iris and reticular pigmented membranes and cannot reach the crystalline cone or rhabdom. So this ray cannot produce any image, and each ommatidium produces a clear image fragments of the original object. These fragments accumulate to complete the full image, and the insect can then see the object interest. Superposition image. This occurs in mild light, and it is called the superposition image. Usually this occurs in afternoon, evening, or night when light intensity is mild. At first, the iris pigmented membrane is contracted toward the cornea, and reticular pigmented membrane is contracted toward the basement membrane in the ommatidium. So the whole ommatidium or crystalline cone and rhabdom becomes uncovered. The light ray from the objects that directly enter the cornea reach the rhabdom through the crystalline cone cell, and a slanted ray can enter through the cornea of one ommatidium and reach the rhabdom of another ommatidium. As pigmented curtain is absent, this can occur easily. So within ommatidium, multiple rays from different sides can accumulate to form a blurry image of the object. Usually such mechanism of image developed through the placement of one image on another is called the superposition, and such images are actually called the superposition image. Now let's discuss about our third creative question, that is you just see the stem here. In grasshopper, no respiratory pigment is found in blood. Therefore, no transportation of respiratory gases through the blood take place. The respiratory system is mainly consists of a system of a special air tube. Beside this, their excretion is mainly performed by a yellow color thread-like organ found at the junction of the midgut and hindgut of grasshopper. A. What is tracheal system? This is the knowledge-based question. What do we mean by incomplete metamorphosis? This is the comprehensive-based question. Describe the properties of the special respiratory organs as mentioned in this team. This is the application-based questions. And D, they analyze the mechanism of physiology of excretion of the mentioned animal. Now A, what is tracheal system? Answer will be the respiratory system of grasshopper that consists of trachea and their branches in a complicated form is known as the tracheal system. What do you mean by incomplete metamorphosis? Answer will be it is a type of metamorphosis in which an insect hatches from an egg and then go through several nymphal stages. Each nymphal stage looks like a small version of the adult but getting slightly bigger with age. It is also called the hemimetabolism, found in the grasshopper, cockroach, cricket, etc. Now the question C, they describe the properties of a special respiratory organ as mentioned in this team. The answer to the question number 3C, in the stem, the respiratory The mentioned respiratory organs of the grasshopper is tracheal breathing. The exchange of the gas in grasshopper happen through the tracheal system, but begin at the spiracle where air is taken in first. These systems contain 10 pairs of spiracle located in both thoracic and abdominal area. Oxygen diffuses into cells directly from the atmosphere and that complete the grasshopper respiration process. The air sac that the tracheal system works to create can be compared to human alveoli because it stores the carbon dioxide and oxygen while respiration is taking place. However, we take air in from our mouth and nose with this spiracle do that with the control of their brain. A few of these spiracles are involved for expiration of the air as well. The human trachea performs the role of the cleaning air, while grasshopper tracheal system works as independent functions, not involving the circulatory system. There is a one-way flow of the air through grasshopper. The liquid seal in the tubing moves to the right as air enters the spiracle in the thorax and it discharges through the spiracle in the abdomen. Now, the D, this is the high skill based question. Analyze the mechanism of physiology of excretion of the mentioned animal. The thread-like yellow color organ responsible for excreting the nitrogenous waste is Malpighian tubule, which are found at the junctions of the midgut and the hindgut of grasshopper. It is the main respiratory organ of grasshopper. The mechanism of respiration of physiology of excretion by the Malpighian tubules are described below. Physiology of excretion: each Malpighian tubule has two regions. Number one, distal blind absorptive region which hang freely in the hemocoel. Number two, a proximal secretory region which open into the gut. The inner cells lining the distal region have well-developed brush border, while the proximal ends they are less differentiated and called the honeycomb border. The insects produce nitrogenous waste in the form of the soluble potassium urate, which is liberated into the hemolymph. This, along with water, are taken up by the glandular cells lining the distal region of the Malpighian tubule. In the cells of the tubules, the potassium urate react with water and carbon dioxide to form potassium bicarbonate and uric acid. The potassium bicarbonate is absorbed back into the hemolymph, but uric acid is left out in the lumen of the tubule. As the uric acid in dissolved condition moves back into the proximal end of the Malpighian tubules, the water is reabsorbed in it and passed on into the hemolymph. The reabsorption of the water occurs in such an extent that the basal part of these regions becomes filled with solid crystal of uric acid. Water is further reabsorbed in the rectum so that the passing out urine contains very little water and the bulk of it being nitrogenous waste as uric acid. We just draw the figure after describing the physiology of excretion of grasshopper. Now let's discuss about the multiple choice questions. Number one, the grasshopper is the animal of which phylum? The right answer will be the Arthropoda. Okay. Number two, which cover the internal wall of the mesenteric and hepatic ceca? Right answer is columnar epithelial cell. Callia and lacinia are found in which parts of the grasshopper mouth part? The right answer is maxilla. Number four, how many times grasshopper molt to reach the adult from nymph? The right answer is 5 times. Where image is actually formed the grasshopper ommatidia? The right answer is rhabdom. Rhabdom is the place in where the grasshopper image is actually formed. What is the name of the body cavity of the grasshopper? The right answer is hemocoel. Number 7, what is called the blood corpuscle of the grasshopper? The right answer is hemocyte. What is called the structural functional unit of the grasshopper compound eye? The right answer is ommatidium. 9. What is the name of the dorsal sclerite of the grasshopper? Right answer is tergum. And number 10. How many hepatic cica are actually found in grasshopper digestive system? The right answer is 12 pair.
Thank you for your patient sharing. I think today's lecture was very much effective lecture for all of us. I am humbly requesting you all to watch my video lecture for several times so that you can understand each and every topic that have already discussed here today. If you have any queries regarding my today's lecture, feel free to ask me, or you can also ask your respective subject teacher. Thank you all. Khuda Hafiz.